Yeah, I hopped on Amazon and I was like, whiskey shirts. And it came up with that one. So
I like it.
It's pretty cool. May contain whiskey. So I'm sure this was sweatshopped by, underprivileged Asian kids. And, let's have the haves and the have-nots. So the story goes, so on and so forth. Welcome to this bonus episode of the Savor the Burn podcast. My name is Jonathan. This is W2. And what W2 has done has made us a cocktail from Maker's Mark called the Penicillin.
The Maker's Penicillin.
The Maker's Penicillin. But we are using which whiskey from Maker's Mark? What are we using
so on
here?
their website, this is made with the regular 46. And we've made it with the Cask Strength 46.
We did. And you will see pictures right about now of the original from Maker's Mark website. And you can see it's fairly kind of cloudy, kind of clear. Right. It's a decent looking cocktail, a nice skewer full of...
they made it with regular ice.
Dried ginger.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but...
There's no rock and roll to it at all. So what we had to do here at Savor the Burn is fix that.
We made it rock and roll.
We made it fucking rock and roll, dude. And one thing you can't tell, like right off the bat, one thing you can't see in the Maker's Mark photo is the tiny little layer of scotch on the top.
Yeah.
The splash, if you will. This, you can see it. I mean, easy 5.
I just pulled the skewer out and did it across the entire top.
Made it level.
Look at that. The essence showing.
I wanted it for Savor the Burn.
Yep.
Savor the Burn.
Let's talk. Let's get into this. Cheers, sir.
Yes. Drop that back in there. There we go.
Because I'm dying.
Cheers. smoky citrus ginger notes.
That's going to get close to a 5 on the nose.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow. Okay, I need a moment to unpack this.
Every single...
Hang on a second.
Every single ingredient here is not just present, it's highlighted. Everything. The ginger, the honey syrup, the lemon.
The Isla Scotch.
The Isla Scotch, dude. Yeah. I mean, this reminds me so much of the
Bam!
Of the Scotch sour we made with the Highland Park 12.
It puts it over the top, dude.
Yeah, this is like the...
And that garnish. Look at that S for Savor the Burn.
Yep. .com. This is stupid good, dude. I know we only go to 10, but this might be an 11.
This just become my favorite cocktail.
This one goes to 11. Yeah. So you can taste the Cask Strength maker's marking here, but it's almost overcast by the Smokehead Isla Scotch. Mm-hmm. You got that bottle handy?
So off of Maker's website, mm-hmm. They, if I remember correctly, they recommended a Lafroig.
Okay.
Which is a Isla Scotch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's actually a very peated, smoky Scotch. I didn't have Lafroig. We're going to get a bottle at some point because that's what we do.
Actually, I did own a bottle for about maybe 35 minutes, and then I gave it away to somebody. No, that was Ardbeg. Lafroig, I thought we've tasted Lafroig before, though, haven't we, in one of our taster boxes?
We have not reviewed it. Nope.
So we've only heard about Lafroig through...
This is a bottle that Katie got me several years ago for Christmas.
Several years ago.
So, yeah. So it's been on the shelf. It's a very, very heavy, smoky Isla Scotch.
That it is. Smoky.
And so the description of this cocktail, a tale of two whiskeys. The Penicillin cocktail opens with aromas of smoke and peat and then gives way to a balanced sweetness and pop of spice. Makers Scotch, ginger, honey, and lemon recall the flavors of warm drinks. But in this case, are best served on the rocks. So the Penicillin is the tale of two whiskeys. Mm-hmm. Scotch whiskey and our Kentucky bourbon whiskey. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so it talked about the Isla Scotches are typically the heavy peated smoke Scotches. And so I've got a couple, but this is one that...
A couple Islas?
A couple Islas and a couple that I'm saving for a later review. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. The Port Charlotte 10-year. Over the top smoky. But I thought for this cocktail, we had not done this one. We will do a formal review of this one.
We will. Stay tuned for that.
But this had a lot of smoke and a great Scotch flavor. So I was like, let's use this one. So it's... yes, we mix up all the ingredients in this cocktail. We shake it in the shaker, pour it in the glass over the large cube, and then we floated, which it's not like a New York sour where you can see the red wine on top. Right. But in this case, still floating it on top, which concentrates that smoky peatiness right there.
On first pull, first sip.
It's right nose, there. Full first pour, and everything. So you're getting a lot of that smoke right off the bat. But then it gives away to the caramel balance of our Maker's 46 Cask Strength.
And that turned out to be lemon very good.
And the muddled ginger. And then we've got the candied ginger as part of our garnish with the lemon S twist.
I mean, you can listen to Thirsty Whale all day, and he'll tell you to use saline to make it pop. But holy hot damn,
this doesn't need a pop.
The ginger makes this sumbitch pop.
No kidding.
So good.
Yeah, and these candied gingers. Oh my god, dude, these are.
Yeah, these are good. These are good. Like, if you had to give a quick little review on these, the candied, kind of dehydrated ginger chunks that you can get from Whole Foods, if you have one near you, definitely check them out. They're not like as sharp of a ginger kind of flavor that you might be expecting. They're kind of a earthy, mellowed, sweet,
and they're
yummy,
not
yummy ginger.
chewy. They just kind of melt in your mouth when you bite into them. Mm-hmm. Dude,
good.
I am seriously in love with this cocktail.
This cocktail is amazing.
This cocktail really brings the best of all the worlds together.
As you were making it, I knew that we were into something special. But when you poured it into the frosted, because if you don't freeze your glass, you're an ass. Again, thank you, Thirsty Whale. But as you were pouring it in here, and I watched it, fill up, I was like, I'm getting fucking jazzed, dude. And then you took the scotch and you poured it down the spoon in there, and it kind of got mixed in there, and I thought, it's all right, whatever. But then a couple seconds later,
settled.
A couple of minutes later, it came to the top. It leveled itself out. And looking at these glasses, which we have on savortheburn.com/shop,
we do.
Scroll down. We? It's in the it's one of the affiliate links we have through Amazon. If you're looking to upgrade your bar, check out savortheburn.com/shop. There's all kinds of stuff. There's cocktail kits, there's glasses, skewers, all kinds of things. Check it out at your own will. This cocktail was unexpectedly great. Not just good, but great. Presentation is better than the website. The website made it look like a nice kind of summer sipper. But this cocktail here is Tawny Catane on the hood of a fucking car in a Whitesnake video. You don't know this because you probably don't pay attention at all to fucking Carebears. I do, because I've always been a fan of Carebears.
I have a younger sister, therefore
Face.
I know all about the Carebears.
Okay. I've loved Carebears since I was a little kid, right? So recently, in the past,
even Henry has a couple Carebears that he sleeps with.
Attaboy. So the past maybe 5 or so years, they started re-releasing Carebears because the parents get to a certain age, and companies want to cash in on that whole nostalgia thing. So they started re-releasing the Carebears. Well, unfortunately for people like me and other collectors of the sort, they started releasing a whole bunch of characters that never even existed to begin with. So after they re-released the original series and like maybe some of the Care Bear cousins, they came out with all kinds of stuff that doesn't even make sense, which is cool because it's the Care Bears franchise, and we want people to be aware of that because we do want kids to grow up actually caring about one another in the world and all the things. So all that to say, I totally forgot what my point was going to be. Carebears. Oh, so like if you can talk Carebears, you can probably talk whiskey as well, because you'll have the original version. Something that everybody knows, like take Maker's Mark. You take the original Maker's Mark that everybody knows is like your basic tavern strength, pretty much designed to be a go-to mixer for, old fashions. If you're Fritz from KQRC, you like an old fashioned with a Maker's Mark, whatever. But they have other versions. They've got Cask Strength. They've got the number 46 Cask Strength, the number 46 whiskey, whatever. So like, just like with Care Bears, there's just so many different levels that you can get into, just like the Smokehead. And then you got the Smokehead Cask Strength, the Highland Park 12, the Highland Park 12 Cask Strength.
Yep.
And then you've got all these different, they're aged in all these different casks. Like we did the PX cask Breckenridge.
Yeah.
I almost reached for the Russells. It's Breckenridge that was aged in the PX cask. So damn good.
So finish your numbers.
I'm going to finish my numbers.
I'm going to read this on the back of here. This is the Smokehead. It's an Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. And the back says, intensely rich, yet surely sweet. Smokehead embodies a wild spirit and appeals to those with an appreciation for heavy, earthy peat. with immense smoke and notes of sea salt and spice. This is a vigorous whiskey that stands out from the crowd. True story, bro.
That is transcendent.
Yeah,
All right, so I didn't pick up on the.
we're gonna come back to this one by itself.
Yeah,
but
I was
in
gonna
this
say,
cocktail,
Well, as you were reading that, I was like, I didn't pick up on that, but we didn't try it neat.
yeah, this took this one up and over to a whole new level. This, man.
This is like Highland Park 12's hotter older sister.
Wait till we get to Port Charlotte. What'd you get on the nose?
Actually, I don't even need to use the calculator. I gave it a 5.
Shut the door.
Shut the front door.
I gave it 4 3/4.
4 3/4. Here we go. I'm not disappointed.
I love the nose. I was reserved.
Right, because it's the nose. Honestly, it's the nose. The nose wasn't always meant to wow, especially on a cocktail.
And if you look back through all of our cocktails, the nose on cocktail for me, I have always scored that super low.
The nose on this one may have been elevated to a 5 for you, had you taken the orange and done the swath around the rim, or
Maybe I should have.
the ginger around the rim. Neither one of us even
ginger.
thought about that. Honestly.
Ginger.
Let me just hit it. Stupid whiskey. We'll go around the outside. Go around the inside.
Round the outside. Round the outside.
You're fucking empty, dude. Outside.
I ain't playing around.
Inside.
All right. Yeah.
I don't know if it did much for it. That's right. That's cool. So you gave it a 4 3/4 on the nose, which is actually very, very good. How about the palate?
You gave the palate a full 5.
A full 5? Same. Because like nothing
has,
wrong with this.
It has everything going for it. Everything going for it.
I got my notepad in the cocktail sweat.
And let's think about this. We've got lemon. Mm-hmm. We got the muddled ginger. Mm-hmm. We've got
the makers.
Our spirit.
Number 46.
Yep. It didn't need a sweeten.
It didn't. It didn't need it. It got one. It got the honey syrup.
It had the honey syrup. Dude, the honey syrup is what rounded everything out.
Yeah. It took the sharpness of the muddled ginger and the acidity of that lemon and rounded the corners.
I am still a firm believer that honey syrup, as much as I love honey syrup, I don't think honey syrup is the answer for all cocktails.
Absolutely not. Demerara could be, but I don't think it is.
No, definitely is not. But in the right cocktail, looking at you, Penicillin.
I think anything involving lemon, honey syrup would work.
Honey just marries everything. And it's like, we're all BFFs. Come together. Let's hug this out, bro.
How about the finish? Where are you at on the finish?
I gave the finish a 4 1/4.
Why did it drop to 4 1/4 on the finish?
No particular reason.
You've got the smokiness. You got the punch of the citrus.
Nose and finish for cocktails. Historically, for me, are just lower. For me, cocktails is all about presentation and palate.
Yes. Okay.
So my nose and finish are always a little bit lower. But the finish was great on there.
Yeah.
The smokiness pulled everything on through.
Yep.
All the lemon, the ginger is all over this cocktail. The muddled ginger in the cocktail, and then these candies on the garnish. Yeah, you cannot escape the ginger. The lemon just wraps it up. The honey sweetens it up. The scotch gives a little bit of smoke on there.
Yeah.
And that smoke just pulls everything.
That's a beautiful depth.
This scotch says, hey, everyone else, we're doing a conga.
Yeah, we're all going streaking. And the tequila in the cabinet over here says, we're all going to jail. Like, no, we're not talking to you, tequila. We're not talking to you right now.
Not right now.
Hey, we're going to jail. How about the presentation?
I gave myself a 5.
Which is rare for you. I gave it a 5 as well. So, presentation.
I was excited about our S-shaped lemon
Yep.
wheel.
Yep. Even when it was still kind of pinched together.
That's a new one for us.
It absolutely is.
We've done the lemon wheels, but we have never skewed it as an S.
Imagine that with orange
Savor
and
the
cherries.
burn.
We could do that with the orange and cherries. But, I mean...
And then you finish it off with the skull skewer.
Because that's fucking rock and roll, dude. Like, you got skulls on a smoke head, skulls on a skewer.
Hell yeah!
You watched the video on how it got made. You saw there wasn't skulls on the knife, but it was a hammered, tempered steel knife. Like, you see the hammer marks in the blade as it's cutting across.
Yep.
Like, come on, man. Made with fucking tattooed hands. A couple fucking musicians. We're metal, right? Admit it. We had a great time. What did your total end up being?
9.5.
9.5?
And I'm not mad at that. I'm okay with that.
I'm not either, dude. Especially from you, because you're like super critical on your own work, on your own creation. Whether it's your paintings, your hearts on the
Parade of Hearts.
The Parade of Hearts.
Yep.
If it's your cocktails, your bass playing, you're your own worst critic. Mm-hmm. I get it. I'm that way with my vocals. But
what'd you give it?
I gave it a fucking 10, dude. It's a 10. You were
a 5 all the way down.
It's an easy 10. It would have been an easy 12, but we only go 1 to 5 or 0 to 5, however you want to rate it. And speaking of the rating, what we do, we go 0 to 5 with cocktails anyway on these categories: nose, palate, finish, presentation. We add all that up, and it comes up to whatever number. We divide that by 2, and that's how we get our total score. I'm waiting on it. Don't you rush me.
No, seriously. Start pulling that garnish apart and get that lemon soaked first. Oh my God.
That first ginger?
That first ginger that's been lemon soaked.
I've been waiting for this.
It's been down in the cocktail.
That's why I wanted. That's why I didn't want it across the top. I didn't want it across the top. I wanted it down here because we learned that lesson. Hydrated with our dehydrated fruit slices.
Right, go.
SavorTheBurn.com/shop. Oh. I'm ready to make a baby.
Man, this cocktail's got everything. It is so freaking good.
That is so good, dude.
I kind of want another one.
I could weep. This is so good. I mean, if you hate lemon, if you hate ginger, if you hate scotch,
maybe
this cocktail would not be for you. But if you find those things tolerable, you're gonna love this cocktail. And if you actually like those things and or love those different profiles, you're gonna love this cocktail. Not just love this cocktail. You're gonna love this cocktail.
Yeah, I am wowed by this cocktail.
Wowed, yeah. You have to be wowed. Like 1, you have to be wowed to get a 5. 2, you also have to, when it comes to the cocktails, you have to be able to taste the spirit that is being showcased. Everything in this glass has been showcased. Everything gets the spotlight. I don't know how, but it does.
That's exactly what I was
Even the
saying.
honey syrup that's not pictured here.
Everything shows up. No one is a backup dancer. Everyone is like, get out of my way, bitch. I'm taking center stage.
Yeah. It's like a stage full of alpha personalities.
But everything is right there. But at the end of it, it all works. It's all working together.
Yeah, it's like that video with Ronnie Radke, the Ronald video. If you guys are fans of metal, you probably saw it. What's the name of the band?
Falling in Reverse.
Falling in Reverse. If you check out that video, it's got Tech 9, Tech and Ninny, Technicians Unite. But it's got.
Dude, did you enjoy that video? Did you know
the video? Yes, the videography, the whole storytelling thing. Absolutely, it felt busy. Felt like there was just too much going on here. Ronnie's voice for me really It's not nails on a chalkboard, but I'm not going to run out and buy the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Tech 9, love Tech 9. Full fucking respect to Tech 9. I
love seeing him on that global national scale.
So fucking proud of him.
And that's
so proud of him.
When I saw the teaser that came out a few days ago, I was just like, oh shit. Yeah. And then when they dropped the whole video, I was like, all right.
At the time of recording a few days ago. By the time you see this, it will probably be a few months ago. So like, I'll just leave it in that context. A few months ago, I saw Tech 9 at the Midland Theater here in Kansas City with the Kansas City Symphony. You know,
I bet that was badass.
Oh, dude. Yeah, like I'm so fucking proud of him.
Classical symphony.
Because like if you've been a fan of Tech 9 like since the beginning, you've seen him play like Swope Park Shelters, right? Just him and like maybe his PA was like a speaker with a cheap fucking mic hooked up to it. And like whatever kind of drum track or whatever going on within the PA, whatever you want to call it, like a boom box, whatever. And like he's just selling CDs out of the trunk of his car. A borrowed fucking car. And so like he pushed, he hustled, he moved, moving and shaking. Like you can't stop this dude. And so he pitches it to label after label after label after label. They each tell him no, like you don't fit in with any of the kind of hip hop that we market. Sorry, you're just unmarketable. We can't work with you. Lo siento, bro. And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just start my own label. He does. Strange Music. Strange Music becomes a monster. It just blows up, especially here in Kansas City, because he signs all these different artists. Like you've got Chris Calico,
Tyler Lyon.
Tyler Lyon helped him out.
He works with him a lot.
Yeah, especially in the early days, because talent respects talent. And Tyler Lyon from what was it, Leo Project?
Leo Project,
a Kansas City-based band. Like they work together.
Leo Project. And Evelyn Awake.
Rob Rebeck, the producer, like he's done 10,001 albums. He's done countless production work on all these different artists across the board. So I mean, just quality workmanship. And the dude doesn't put out like an album and then tour on it for a year and a half, write for 6 months.
No, he puts out multiple albums a year sometimes.
And if you listen to one of them, dude, like he's got like, if he's got 10, which he's always got more than 10 per record, there's so many words in each song. It's like,
we're not necessarily rap fans, but he's... Yeah.
I'm a Tech 9 fan.
I'm a Tech 9 fan.
And I do listen to rap from time to time, rap, hip hop, and like, you can't go wrong with Tech 9, and you can't go wrong with this cocktail. He had Alex Terrible in that music video that you were talking about. The guy from Slaughter to Prevail. So you've got Slaughter to Prevail. You've got Ronnie's band. Falling in Reverse. You've got Tech 9, and it's just a cacophony of metal and it's just an incredible CGI, videography, and all respect to Ronnie Radke. He's got an incredible voice. I mean, he can do so many different things with his voice.
Did you see the cover they recently did of Papa Roach, My Last Resort?
No, I don't think I did. I'm not a huge Papa Roach fan.
I'm not either, and
I'll watch it live and be like, yeah, all right, cool.
My Last Resort is like one of their big
98.9. Losing my sight, losing my mind. Wish somebody would tell me I'm fine.
Ronnie is at the piano. And
maybe I have seen this.
There's no guitar. There's no drums. It's just all super mellow. It's all just piano.
Yeah.
Him singing, not screaming. It's him singing with a cool like destruction type video where like cities are just kind of crumbling around while he's playing the piano and all. It's a 180 degree take on the original. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I have seen that. And that came out not long after I joined with Burn the Gates.
That embodies what I love about covers. Mm-hmm. You find a cover that the masses know. Mm-hmm. The masses will pick up on the words and go, I know that song. Mm-hmm. But you present it in
a completely different way.
Completely different light, completely different environment, completely mm-hmm. different way. And yeah. To me, it does nothing to cover another band that's in the exact same genre that you are, mm-hmm. or cover something that is another metal band, and 1% of the crowd may recognize it. Mm-hmm. Cover something that the masses are going to pick up on and understand. Even if it's ridiculous.
All right.
I throw it out there. A Lady Gaga song, or Poker Face.
Yeah.
Something that even if you're not a fan at all, but you're going to recognize it as soon as you hear it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But then just do your thing to it.
Yeah.
If you're a metal band,
which we are,
bring it heavy. Bring it heavy. Bring it loud. Yeah. Bring it angry.
Yeah. But so like you got your guitars like my poker face. Just
right.
Get metal with it. Have fun with it.
To me, that is what makes a great cover. Mm-hmm, is you take something that the masses recognize immediately, mm-hmm. and you pull it into a whole new atmosphere and a whole new element, and you give it a whole new attitude.
Yes. That band, to help with your point, just pick something that everybody knows, even if it's ridiculous. There's a band that we recently gigged with out in Wichita called Love Like War.
Oh, yeah.
They did a cover of Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. Right?
Dude, so that was so fucking
It was completely unfucking called for. Nobody asked for it. But, I mean, next thing you know, like, you're just fucking hanging out. Everybody's having a good time. And then you hear, dun-dun-dun. But it didn't stop there. They didn't put any kind of dramatic pause. It was just like fucking CD quality. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. And I was like, just one of those days. And I go fucking beelining into the thing. Like, actually,
dude,
no, I was out here. I got
cool.
like halfway through the first verse, and the singer was like looking at me with his little microphone. He's like, fucking come here. I'm like, yeah. And I go checking it out. It was a lot of fun.
That show was so fun. That venue is so small. That stage was ridiculously small.
Even smaller.
However,
postage stamp.
However, clearly the neighborhood did not care because the whole front wall
college town.
Was a roll-up wall garage door.
Right.
They rolled that up, and more than half of the people that were there were actually out on the sidewalk or in the parking lot because they had the door rolled up there. And it was awesome. I want to play there again.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I got you.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. You got me, fam?
I got you.
Boom. Yeah, we had a great time. And that was at a roast show with the Your Band stuff.
It was a roast show.
Yeah, we got up there.
Which we didn't get roasted at all.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of hard to roast us when you're wearing one of our shirts. Usually when Burn the Gates plays a show, I'll pick somebody and I'll just buy them a shirt.
That was by design.
This one might have been by design. We had the tallest.
This motherfucker's going to roast us. I'm going to buy him a shirt.
The host of the show is 7 foot tall, super fucking tall. If you've listened or
Your
seen
Band Sucks.
Any of the Your Band Sucks roast videos, thank you, by the way. We had a good time. If you listen to any of it.
I mean, that's not the cocktail, but that's
not
pretty fantastic.
But it's really good. Yeah, if you check out any of the Your Band Sucks content, it's fucking hard, dude. It hurts, and I love him for it. Steve Shagwell is he's good at what he does, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and he even says he's like, dude, I can't roast you guys.
He's like, I can't roast you guys. I fucking love you guys. But I'm like, nope, you got to get up there, dude, and you got to make it hurt. If it doesn't hurt, I'll be disappointed.
But you're wearing our shirt.
Right. Woo! Yeah, and we'll post a picture real quick of what
such a good show
of him wearing the shirt.
Yep.
So yeah, as you've seen, he was wearing the shirt. He's up there trying to give us hell. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Yep. Shout out to Your Band Sucks. So if you're like us, you're in a local rock or metal band or any kind of band. Actually, it doesn't even matter. Just send your latest release, whatever, to Your Band Sucks. On Facebook or whatever, and you'll get to enjoy the experience.
I was driving to work this morning.
All right, so was I.
I was behind a car that had Mad Libby sticker on the back of it. I was like, actually, Katie noticed it. She's like, hey, Mad Libby.
All right.
And as I pulled it next, I'm like, that's Dana.
Dana.
Apparently, she lives in Shawnee somewhere.
I'm not even fucking shy about it, dude. I love that woman. Like, she's a sister from another mister. You ever watch her on the drums? Dudes and dudettes, theys and thems. Check out Mad Libby, Madlibby on Facebook.
Nope, I passed her on the way to work this morning.
Instagram, fucking YouTube especially. You'll see her back there on the drums just beating the fuck out of them like they owe her money. And I said that to her one time. I was
but
like,
if you touch her drums backstage...
Yeah, if she doesn't really know you, yeah, she'll be like, she goes mom mode. And if you've ever heard a mom like fucking get onto her kids, like, put that down. Like, she'll do that. And all respect to her, honestly. Like, 100% respect to her. But, thank you, sir. Let me fucking return the favor here. Yeah. Boom! But yeah, I like to see people have a good time at our shows, no matter if it's into existence.
Yep.
Burn the gates. I love seeing people have a good time, especially at local shows, because people sometimes poo-poo local music, local rock, local metal. Like, oh, there's a reason they're local. They haven't made it. Well, yeah, there is a reason. We have family. We have jobs. We have responsibilities that we can't just drop and go on the road. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. And so we all do this as a hobby. We do it for the passion, for the love of the music. And that's just why we do it. And yeah, we'll end up on the radio. We'll have radio interviews. We'll get put on websites with website magazines or internet radio. We'll get distributed on on international platforms. I mean, Burn the Gates and Into Existence has fans in Australia.
I
mean, they fucking love us. Germany,
UK.
Romania, UK.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, and locally in the U.S. I mean, that could be from Oklahoma to Iowa, over to Colorado, down even further to Arkansas, Texas, whatever. It's just, so what? So we don't tour nationally, or really we don't tour at all. We want to play regionally.
Right.
But yeah, whatever.
It'll happen.
We have a good time. We have a great time doing it sometimes, especially when it's unexpected. Jeff kept saying, like, sorry, Jeff. I've never played a stage this small. I've never played a bar this small. And I'm thinking, Jeff,
I've never played a roast show.
I'm like, Jeff, shut the fuck up. Like, don't fucking talk shit on the venue, dude. What are you fucking doing? But they knew they had a small venue, so it's like no insult to them. They didn't give a shit. But their sound guy was on point. He knew what he was doing.
And the owner that we talked to.
The owner. We didn't even know he was the owner. He's just this dude sitting at the bar.
He's like... And we're like, how long have you been here? And he's like, since 1973 or
right,
whatever it was.
That was unexpected and really cool.
Shit.
Really cool. It's like, no shit. We had a good time. So if you want to have a good time, go check out a local show, whether that be, your local symphony, which can be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. If you're lucky enough to have a city that you live in based musician that has made it big and toured the world, definitely go check them out. Show them some actual love, because like it's not lost on me that a lot of times, like, you'll have a band that has broke out from the local scene, whatever scene you're in, whatever city you're in, and like, the smallest crowds they ever get when they're on tour is when they come home. Yeah, like Puddle of Mud suffered that for years, which is unfortunate. They're not the best rock band. No, certainly not. But they have some okay songs. They have some chart-topping songs, like Blurry, I think it was. I'm not going to run out and buy the T-shirt, but, I mean, if it's on the radio, I'll wait a few seconds before I change the channel.
Next time we have Katie down, ask her to sing some Puddle of Mud.
Yeah? Does she hold her nose?
No, but she's amazing.
Is she?
Oh, yeah.
She is pretty fucking amazing. Yeah,
she's amazing.
She's got some
but she's got Puddle of Mud down pat.
Lemon cake up there for us, waiting on us.
Everything is blurry.
Everything's so fake.
It's awesome.
Yeah, definitely go check out a local show. Like, even if you don't know anybody on the bill, grab a friend, go have a drink, check it out. You might like it, you might not. When I first started this whole journey into being on the stage side of music, I didn't realize that most of the bands in Kansas City were just as good as anything that you would hear on the radio.
Yeah,
it's just the only thing missing was all the money and all the backing, that the industry necessitates to be able to get your word out there. And that's just nature of the beast. So be it, what have you, so on and so forth. So no matter what you're listening to, no matter what you're drinking, no matter who you're drinking with, who you are and where you are, never forget, keep on burning. We got to get into that lemon cake up there.